Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. I'm Nye.
I'm Mako.
And I'm neither of those two things.
We gotta get you some new lines, man.
That is new.
No, it isn't. You've used that before.
No, I have.
Yes, you have.
Eat a
In
peck.
Plants vs. Zombies, even.
Alright, fine. Hi, I'm Mako. Hi, I'm Nye. Hello, I'm annoyed at my commenters calling me out on not having very much original material. As such, I'm going to set them on fire now.
Oh God, no!
No, that's Torchwood's job. So, I thought you guys would appreciate this. I'm kind of sad with myself that I didn't actually end up doing it. So, I'm not particularly prone to them, amazingly, but I do get migraines. And Trance, I know you do. Mako, do you get migraines?
Very, very, very infrequently, but occasionally.
Okay, do you guys get the migraine auras ahead of time? Mm-mm. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that?
I know what you're talking about, but that's not how my type work.
So, for some people, and I'm one of those people, when migraines are on the way, you get what I've always heard referred to as an aura. It's a symptom that, hey, something bad is about to happen. And they can occur in many ways. On the few times that I get really bad migraines that warrant an aura, basically, mine tend to have two very specific things that they do. One is that I temporarily go blind in some portion of my vision. That actually has a name. That's actually what's called an optical migraine, which is known for not having any pain, but it literally introduces a blind spot. Now, this may not sound particularly interesting to anybody until you realize that I was driving home from work at the time. And the problem with that is that if I looked at the center of the car in front of me, like, say, where their license plate is, I couldn't see the right side of their license plate. Or the rest of their car in the first place. So, it produces a really weird thing when you notice that half the cars on the road are missing. Not as in, it's less busy, but as in, oh god, there's only one wheel on the left-hand side, what happened to the rest of the car? The other thing that ends up happening is I end up being unable to speak. And this is not I become mute, as I just said I become blind. It is not I get a stutter. It's I kind of lose the ability to form cohesive sentences.
And that explains how these Let's Plays go.
Well, it's a little bit more than that, because what'll happen is I lose the ability to conjugate words.
Ooh,
Temporary aphasia.
Yep. So, the problem with this happened immediately as I was leaving work, but there was stuff I still had to do at work. Most especially, let's see, there we go. I had a set of interviews I was doing for my seasonal workers, and I was starting to have an issue because there was one guy who came in and he told a mutual acquaintance that he had been run out of my store by my associates, and that's why he wasn't waiting for me when I got out of my last interview of the day.
Wait a minute. Point of order.
Uh-huh.
You're doing the interviews? You've actually been made manager now?
Long story short, I am the temporary store manager of this store for the holidays.
Nice. Grats.
It's a thing. But, anyways, I was driving home, and thankfully my car has a built-in phone, so I was able to, call why did I do that? Oh well, we're going with it. This is the strategy I'm going with, even though it's stupid.
Yeah, the Torchwood sets fire to any peas that pass through it. Unfortunately, he just completely makes any ice peas totally worthless.
Yep. Okay, that's
Not
annoying.
only does it make ice peas worthless, look carefully. It turns them into normal peas.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, the zombie dolphin. I hate those things.
I'm really not happy with them either. I'm gonna have to figure out something for that. What am I doing? I'm doing that.
You don't have a lawnmower, and he's about to kill...
Oh, you're right. Damn it. Okay, hold on.
Well, I can't remember if the lawnmower will work for that.
It won't work underwater.
No.
I haven't,
Oh,
I
right.
haven't
You
bought
haven't got
the
any of the pool.
I haven't bought the hoses yet.
Right.
Viewers,
well, we gotta
just
restart.
almost had our very first game over sequence.
We let's be fair. We did just have our very first game over sequence.
Yeah, but they didn't get to see the pretty artwork.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. So, I was making phone calls, and one of the phone calls was to my mom because the kid that I was going to be interviewing is the son of one of her coworkers, and she's the one who gave a recommendation that, hey, you may want to interview this kid. So the first thing I was asking her is, where the hell is he? Because this kid was just missing. So, that's the first person I was calling. And she knows that I get migraines, so that wasn't that big of a deal. But then I had to call work, because I needed to inform them that keep an eye out for him, because, you know, he was supposed to have shown up. And also, do you guys remember seeing him? But I called her first, and work second. I noticed the migraine was starting, like I noticed that blindness, as I left work. So it was 45 minutes later that I called work to check to see if they had seen the kid. The important thing about that is that's when the aphasia got really bad. So I could not get conjugation to work at all. Like, I kept having to stop every 4 to 5 words to rephrase myself to actually, you know, make the words sound correct again. It was just in general bad.
You know, I hear there's a cream for that now.
Trans, if there's a cream for being able to talk, I need to give it to half the people down here in Louisiana.
Well, considering that trouble conjugating is a very common problem, especially in guys your age, it seems fit to reason that there would be
Do
medication.
we need to inform Trans what the hell conjugating means?
I am well aware of what it means. I'm also well aware of what it sounds like, and there's no way I'm not taking that opportunity to make a horrible joke.
No, if I had said premature conjugation, then you'd have something. But, no. Nope, I'm sorry. You fail.
Premature. No, I wouldn't touch that one with a 10-foot pole. That, like
I should
your
hope
mom,
not.
is too easy.
I should hope not. You'd have to wear gloves.
You know, if you have a 10-foot pole, seek your doctor. Elephantiasis is a serious condition.
And if you have a 10-foot pole, apparently you made really bad decisions in character creation.
Everyone knows that the poles are 10 feet long. You've got to get the 11-foot ones to defeat the traps. Not kidding.
Trans, have I told you the story of when I did play Dungeons & Dragons, got a 10-foot pole, and it ended up working out amazingly for me?
Personally, I prefer to get a rod of ropes as soon as I can instead. Works just as well, you know?
We weren't
But-
that far into the game. So, and by that I don't mean that we did not get that far, I mean we were not that good. So, we had just started playing Dungeons & Dragons. We got one of those, like, beginner Dungeons & Dragon kits. And we were playing with that. And the problem is, those kits are not amazing at explaining the rules of the game to you at all.
They're actually the worst way to start playing D&D.
Yep.
Because they start you at level 1, level 1 gameplay is not meant for beginners. It's actually meant... Hey, hold on a minute, I'm getting bugged by my room.
His room is bugging him. That's concerning.
No, a roomie's bugging me. A level 1 game is not actually what you're supposed to begin with for someone's first time, simply because of how low-powered level 1 is. While some see it fit to reason that you should start at low level, that way you can get eased into it, what ends up happening is you get massacred by the most common level 1 foe.
Yeah. God damn, it's happening again.
I mean, you've heard the joke about the wizard and the cats, right?
No.
If a wizard at level 1 fights a cat, just an ordinary kitten, a house cat, the wizard loses.
That sounds right for everything I know about wizards.
The wizard is incapable of killing the cat in a single round, whereas the cat has something like an 80-90% chance to kill the wizard. And that's assuming the wizard used the optional rule to start with max hit dice. Or max roll on his first hit die, rather.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is dicks, basically. Okay, well.
course,
But,
come level 3, everything's a lot better.
Well, so this is how we started playing. So, okay, so that didn't end up working. I may die again.
And
It's
this
gonna be
time,
embarrassing.
I will show off the ending sequence, because the viewers haven't yet seen it, and it's funny.
Oh, fine. I need
course.
to pay more attention. So, I may not die. We're gonna see. Hold on. We're gonna put that there. Grab all that. That's gonna go away. That's gonna go there. The problem is I'm not gonna be able to do that a second time. But I will be able to do this! Okay. Put you here.
I like
You
to
here.
set up a row of those, like, how to word this right? You see how you've got a tall nut, or a walnut, then a gap, then a walnut?
Yeah.
My most common setup for PvZ in the water levels has one of those right out front, and a grabby plant right below the first.
Oh, I should probably put that there.
Wow, now I'm failing to conjugate. What the fuck?
Yeah, I swear it spreads.
As
Outrageous.
I enjoy saying, words are lovely things. I wish I had more of them because I keep losing them.
I don't need more words, I just need them to work more often.
Well, you are from Canada, so
Anyways, no, we were playing with this, with this, you know, starter kit, and the problem was there were 3 of us. So, the first thing we decided we were going to do, because this was an intelligent idea at the time, we decided that we were going to have one person play as a dungeon master, and the other 2 of us were each going to play 2 characters to make up for not having enough players.
which is a totally reasonable thing, although a more common option to make up for a lack of players is to gestalt. But that's not for beginners at all.
Yeah, not at all. So, pick that up. All I have to do is survive this, so I might not actually lose here.
And in case people hadn't worked out, the weeds are basically like
They're instant kill.
Yeah, they're instant kill, but they're only one shot. So
Yeah, it'll take a while to recharge. There. Oh yes, thank you. I appreciate that game.
tall nuts.
Tall nuts. So, oh, we got time. So we were playing, and there were a couple of, let's call them misconceptions about how you play that our team had. So one of the things that was a misconception is that my friend's brother decided, hey, let me, let's see, what do I need? Got the tall nut. I'm gonna need that. I don't really like this setup. No, that. Sure. So I decided I was gonna play the rogue and the cleric. And the reason why I was gonna play both is that my friend's brother, who was my other player, decided that he was gonna play 2 fighters and that was gonna be it.
Wow, that poor bastard.
Uh-huh. He also
And that was with the basic kit, so he couldn't even do Dungeon Crasher.
No, it was a bad idea in the first place. Now, I say this, folks, and I still don't really know Dungeons & Dragons at all, so take this with a grain of salt. I'm just relating my experiences from, I think we were like 14 at the time, so I'm relating what I know now compared to what I knew then. So he also decided that he wanted to get full plate armor on both characters. Now, what I can't figure out is how he managed to pull off even one set of full plate armor, because he had someone start with one. I think what he did is we were giving max money to anybody, like we were doing max money, max health to have an easy first game. And I think he gave all of his money to one of the characters.
That wouldn't be enough to afford a suit of plate mail.
Yeah, I don't think it was, but somehow he managed to start with a suit of full plate, so don't ask me, I don't know what we were
I
thinking.
think I know what he did. There are 2 potential things. A, cheated his ass off.
Which is, we were all paying attention, so he wasn't cheating.
Or B, he simply did the shuffle.
The truffle shuffle?
You buy a ladder, a 10-foot ladder. You saw it in half.
No, he didn't do
You
this.
sell it as
He-
two
he
10-foot
didn't-
poles.
He didn't do this. I can tell you for a fact he didn't do this, because that requires more knowledge of the game than we had.
Fair enough. Well, not really. All you need to do is realize everything sells at market. If you just auto-sell it to a vendor, you get half of what you pay for it. And 2 half ladders gets you more than a ladder costs.
Yeah, that's not how it happened. I don't know how it happened. That's not how it happened.
The moral of this story, viewers, is that the D&D economy is incredibly fragile. Don't poke at it. It'll break.
Will that
It-
make
it
him jump?
will.
No?
Great.
There we go.
Were you expecting anything else? Like, I mean, this is, again, it's the D&D economy.
Well, anyways,
A
so
lot of people don't quite understand just how fucked the poor thing is. I feel sorry for it, you know? It's been battered and bruised, and it's just trying to make cash work, but wizards exist.
yeah, wizards exist. That's a pretty good statement. So, anyways, we're playing through, and I forget the exact details, because you gotta understand, this was years ago. Like, this is a long, long time ago. There are people who are watching this video who weren't born when we were doing this. But,
That's proof of just how old Nye is.
God, don't you
guess.
start.
So, but we were playing through. By the way, tall nuts, folks, are the same thing as walnuts. I believe they have more health, and they...
Shitload more health.
Yeah.
It's
They
something
have-
like either twice or thrice the amount.
They also block, like...
They also
the,
block jumpers.
jumpers. I think, what, do they stop ladders too? I forget.
No, nothing stops ladders. But, anyways, I don't remember the exact details, but what I remember, so I was playing the cleric and the rogue. My friend's brother was playing two fighters. And my friend had sat basically all day as we figured out the intricate rules of character creation. He spent all day looking at the Dungeon Master's manual and using their predefined rooms in addition to various traps he read about to create our dungeon.
Which isn't a bad idea for your first time.
Oh, no, it wasn't, but I think he got the wrong idea, as you'll find out in a few moments as I tell you about what he did. So, he even drew the dungeon. Which, I'm amazed, because he's not the type of guy to have that much patience with bullshit like this, but he drew the damn dungeon. So, we're playing through, and, as I said, I can't remember the exact details, so I'm gonna tell you guys the details I can remember of the stupid stuff we found. Because, unfortunately, he was giving a lot of stuff to his brother, and he was having trouble thinking of stuff to give to me. So, one room, for example, we went in, and there were 4 sarcophagi in the room, along with a plinth that looked like it was some sort of,
How many sarcophagals, though?
I didn't ask, because it was not important at the time. So, and there was also a plinth that it looked like that was where someone would be, like, reading last rites or something. So, first we went to open up the first sarcophagi, and it was empty. Then we opened up the second, and it was empty. So, we were thinking, you know, okay, well, this is just a room to screw with us, because there had been several of those so far. But no, it wasn't. Out of the third chest, out of the third sarcophagi, comes
An individual is called a sarcophagus.
Yes. But third of the sarcophagi. There. Apparently,
Okay.
I'm still having trouble with, my conjugation.
No, that's not conjugation, that's just poor grammar.
Anyways, so out of the third one
I'll
comes...
conjugate your grammar. Wait, anyway.
Out of the third one comes a magical, two-handed sword. Which is animated, so it proceeds to start cutting at us. I would imagine that that something of this power, in terms of being animated and being magical, and therefore +1 and all that, would also have a fair amount of hit points. But no, we took it down in like 30 seconds.
Animated objects generally have very low hit points and don't need to be magically enhanced, or magically enchanted at least as a base.
This one was.
Also, most animated objects have a very low challenge rating.
Well, this one, yeah. So this one, we apparently beat the crap out of it, and yet somehow my friend's brother still ended up keeping it and using it as a magical two-handed sword.
That's...
I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me.
That's not how that works.
I don't know. Don't ask me. I told you we didn't know how to play. I'm only starting to tell you about the stupid we found. So, so that ended up happening. Now, in the... he was joking with us a little bit, though. Out of the third... oh, I screwed this up. These are supposed to be one step back, because the dolphins can still jump over them. Out of the fourth sarcophagus that we opened was a warrior that was preserved in full plate mail. Luckily, my friend was less of a dick about this one. As soon as we touched the plate mail, the entire thing crumbled into dust. So he wasn't giving his brother a full set of plate mail and the magical longsword. But there was nothing for me in the room, so we were so I was just kind of looking around to see, you know, I haven't gotten anything interesting in this dungeon, basically at all. Is there anything interesting for me to find? So I went and investigated the plinth to see if there was something. And on the plinth, I found that there was a jeweled dagger of some sort. Now, you have to understand that I spent several hours specifically looking at the manual, at the various things that I could buy, that I could use. And one of them was the 10-foot pole. So I made the decision to buy a 10-foot pole and carry it with me throughout the entirety of the dungeon. So, knowing my friend, the first thing I did was poke at the jeweled dagger with the 10-foot pole, which proceeded to, of course, force the jeweled dagger to fall off the plinth, which set off the acid trap that was way too high of level for us and would have killed me, thus destroying my 10-foot pole, but I got to keep the jeweled dagger. Unfortunately, it was just a regular dagger with jewels in it.
Valuable.
Oh, it gets worse, but I'm gonna have to talk to you about that on the next episode. Hello, we heard you were having a pool party. We think that is fun. We'll be right over. Sincerely, the zombies. And that's gonna be it for us, folks. We'll see you next time.